Supreme Court or SC Associate Justice Benjamin Caguioa submitted his report on the result of the pilot recount in Bongbong Marcos's poll protest against Vice President Leni Robredo. The SC en banc met Tuesday, September 10, but did not take any action on Caguioa's report. This means the SC, sitting as the Presidential Electoral Tribunal or PET, already finished recounting the ballots of the 3 pilot provinces chosen by Marcos, which covers 5,400 election precincts in Iloilo, Negros Occidental, and Camarines Sur. SC spokesperson Brian Hosaka reminds Marcos and Robredo they cannot make any public statements on the case. Marcos filed a protest after the elections in 2016, but the initial ballot recount only started in April 2018. Cambridge Analytica whistleblower Christopher Wylie says the Philippines was a perfect place to test techniques and technology for propaganda and create support for politicians who would be willing to pay back favors.
So the Philippines is one of those countries where you've got a lot of people online and a lot of people using social media. And so when you've got that kind of setup, it's an ideal target.
The Cambridge Analytica scandal revealed the company accessed the data of millions of Facebook users to target them for political campaigns. Facebook later reported data of over 87 million users was harvested, with 70.6 million users from the United States and 1.2 million users from the Philippines.
It creates an ideal petri dish type situation where you can experiment on tactics and techniques that you wouldn't be able to as easily in the West, and if it doesn't work, doesn't matter, you won't get caught. If it does work, then you can then figure out how to port that into other countries.
Wylie also reveals there was an office in the Philippines and work was done in the country using proxy companies. Ombudsman Samuel Martirez orders Tuesday, September 10, 6-month preventive suspension without pay for Bureau of Corrections or BuCor legal chief and 2 other BuCor executives as the investigation of anomalies involving the granting of good conduct time allowance or GCTA continues. BuCor legal chief Frederick Santos, technical superintendent Maria Fe Marquez, and correctional officer 3 Joel Nalva were suspended. Marquez signed the release orders for 3 convicts in the Chong sisters murder case on August 16, when former BuCor chief Nicanor Faeldon was out of town. Martirez also ordered on Monday suspension without pay for 27 other BuCor officials for the same reasons. The GCTA mess was prompted by public outcry following the aborted release of convicted murderer and rapist Antonio Sanchez. Senator Bato Dela Rosa asks the Commission on Elections or Comelec Tuesday, September 10, to help end the communist insurgency in the country by canceling the registration of party list groups with links to the Communist Party of the Philippines or CPP. Among the party list groups Dela Rosa referred to are progressive groups Bayan Muna, Gabriela, ACT Teachers, Kabataan, and Anak Pawis, which make up the Makabayan bloc in the House of Representatives. Dela Rosa says, quote, "These party lists, they're using democracy to destroy democracy. They're entering the government to destroy the government." But Comelec Commissioner Antonio Co says if such allegations were true, a case can be filed before the pool body, and then Comelec will act on it. President Rodrigo Duterte vowed to end the communist insurgency, but attempts at peace talks broke down 2 years into his term. United States agents extracted a high-level Russian government source who confirmed Russian President Vladimir Putin's direct interference in the 2016 US presidential election. The source, who had been providing information for decades, had access to Putin and had sent pictures of high-level documents on the Russian leader's desk. CNN reports the spy was pulled out of Russia in 2017 due to concerns that President Donald Trump and his cabinet could expose the asset due to repeated mishandling of classified intelligence. But the Central Intelligence Agency refutes this and says the speculation is inaccurate. According to The Times, the agent was the CIA's most valuable Russian asset, and the spy's extraction has effectively blinded American intelligence to the Kremlin's inner workings.